you mentioned Dead Prez in that. So how did that alignment happen? Since you said that you like an
Oh
affiliate.
man, dog. Yo, that's a great question too, man.
Because hip hop and
Shout out Dead Prez, man. Them boys is man.
hip hop
Echelon,
and
man.
what's that song that they talking about robbing like the pizza man and all that shit.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
that song?
hell yeah, yeah.
Hell
It's all hell,
yeah,
yeah.
that shit. Them two songs, bro. Like I know they got other shit like Mind Sex and all that, but them two songs is like the most memorable songs by them, bro. Like for real. Like
Yeah,
they got some dope
them are
shit.
my guys, man. I learned a lot from them dudes too, man. And this shapes a lot of my theories around rap because you got to think. I've been
Okay.
moving around last 10 years, bumping, brushing shoulders with these types of dudes, So I'm seeing the older MCs sell out big venues and
Mm.
thousands of people, and I know that they want top dollar for their shows still. You know what I'm saying? They not leaving the house for pennies and quarters. So I'm seeing that the older rap is still working. The established MCs are still working. Like I learned that from them. Like if you got hits, you got classics, you can always put them on the road. Somebody gonna always want to see them.
Timeless music.
Always put them on the
Timeless
road.
music.
Facts.
And that's all they got to do is get out there and do their classics. They working on a new album, and I can't wait to hear it. I hope and pray that I could sneak a feature on that mug. But they they uh they are to me like the best two-man group. Outside of like an Outcast, these the obvious big ones, Run DMC, but Dead Prez is just you can't really quantify how
They
dope they
different.
are, man. They just dope. But I met I can't even really understand when I met them dudes because I felt like we was fans, we was Dead Prez fans who had already met them before they recognized who we was. So I used to go to their shows and stuff, and I remember being on gigs with them as an opener. Just it might have been a couple openers on them mugs, but I was one of the openers. You know what I'm saying? And where we really probably met, where I think the real night that my relationship with them was solidified, was in New York City, uh, in Brooklyn. True story. I had just did the Combat Jack podcast. Combat
Shouts out
Jack
to him.
Salute Combat Jack. R.I.P.
that was my nigga, man. Real. You want to
Oh,
talk about a real nigga in the game?
facts.
Combat Jack was a certified real nigga all the way through. Forward, backwards, up, down, however you want to slice it. Real nigga, man. So I had just got back from Brazil. This nigga picked me up from the airport because I'm scheduled to do
Oh,
his
that's
show.
fine.
We go straight to this nigga studio or whatever. This is my first time on Combat Jack. We rap for like a nice minute. Then I said, bro, I got a show to get to. He said, you got a show? I said, yeah, I got to show up the street. He swerved me to the gig. The gig is Dead Prez, me, Rebel Diaz, and I mean, you all of New York was up in that mug, man. So this my first real kind of like big hip hop show in the NY.
Okay.
And when I got back there, I was the first cat on stage. I lit it up, bro. I lit that mug up. I'm talking about I lit that. I'm talking about just a bomb went off in that joint, right? So I see M1 from Dead Prez standing in the back of the venue with his arms folded, just looking like
Who's this
this this
nigga?
nigga going. You know what I'm saying? So I get upstairs, man. I talk after I get off stage. I get upstairs, holler at him, whatever. Woo, woo, woo. He say, "Man, you something different, bro. Woo, woo, woo." We start chopping it up. They had came to St. Louis, and I think we did a gig in St. Louis before we did the New York one. But my memory kind of murky at this point. But I do remember when they did come here. I did tell some of the homies, some of my own soldiers to hold them down, and I think that's where the real moment of them realizing like, oh, dude from the Midwest, but he kind of got some power out there. Then when I do the show in the on the East Coast, it was even more apparent, like the light bulb that went completely off, like goddamn, this nigga ain't playing. you know. So when I got upstairs, I met I don't know if y'all ever heard of him. It's a dude named Bizarre Royale. He used to be signed to DMX when DMX was trying to have a little record label called Bloodline for a little second. So
Okay.
me being a rap nerd, he was like, "Yeah, I'm Bizarre Royale." I dapped him. I was like, "Bizarre Royale." He's like, "Who the hell know who the fuck is Bizarre?" Yeah, he's like, "Nigga, what type of rap nerd are you, nigga?" He's
Right.
like,
You know what I'm saying?
you know the niggas on the motherfucking bridge, nigga. Damn, how serious is you taking this shit?
Straight up, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm up there, I'm pointing out all type of niggas. They like, damn, dog know a little bit about rap.
Rap, right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I chopped it up with them backstage after that performance. And that was when, you know what I'm saying, M1 that basically told me, like, bro, you one of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, RBG is a movement, and you definitely a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So man, that for me, that was a big night. You know what I'm saying? Because to get the direct vouch from the man verbally, looking me in the eye, you know what I mean? Like that. From there, that's all I needed. I just ran with it. You know.
And man, you know, and secondly, bro, to go over to the East Coast and rock it as a nigga from the Midwest, man, that's something crazy
Man.
too, bro. New York
These
don't
guys
play,
going,
man.
it's their backyard. They from Florida, but they from Florida, but they spent their time building a situation in New York. You know, like so they kind of from both states, so to speak. So
you just
when
put
you go
me
to
on. I didn't even know that. You just put me on.
Yeah. But so when you go to a Dead Prez show in New York, I mean, that's like me here. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody in that mug. You know what I mean?
Right.
Homeboys, homegirls. You know, people coming in from neighboring tri-state areas just to be in that mug. You know what I'm saying? So that, to me, you ain't did a Dead Prez show if you ain't did it with them in New York, because that's where they got their full artillery to do their real show.
Fact.
You know?
That's super dope, man.